AI is everywhere. It's embedded in every software tool. It's being used to transcribe your Zoom meetings. Retailers are adding AI assistants. And of course, I am an AI. Just kidding on that last one. I just want to make sure you're awake. But here's what I really want to talk about. While everyone's debating the future of AI, smart retail media leaders are already putting it to work in surprisingly practical ways. We're talking about AI that analyzes customer reviews to boost conversions by up to 74%, tools that track your brand's share of search against competitors in real time, and even AI that automatically optimizes your campaigns to hit specific ROAS targets. I called up a few brand-side retail media pros to find out how they're actually using AI right now. Not the flashy stuff you read about, but the tools that are genuinely moving the needle on their day-to-day performance. Let's go. Good morning and welcome to the Retail Media Breakfast Club. I'm your host, Kiri Masters, and every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern, I bring you candid and real discussions in the world of retail media and marketplaces in just 10 minutes. So bring your own cup of coffee and we'll get smarter about retail media together. First, let's hear from Simon Swan, Director of Digital Marketing and Media at Caro Healthcare.
A tool we're using around AI, which is new to the business that we've integrated this year or last year, is a tool called My Telescope. So it's a share of search tool as a measurement substitute for share of market. And we know from My Telescope provides that insight into running your full funnel campaigns where media plays a role in particular. So traditionally, if you're running a media campaign, like a full funnel campaign, driving that wider reach and awareness, you usually have to wait for like a PCA at the end of the campaign, which could be 2 or 3 months down the line, even 4 months, 5 months, if it's an always on. So to understand that performance month on month, My Telescope gives you that sense check, if you like, on a monthly basis as to how you're measuring your brand share of search across different channels. So My Telescope will measure your brand share of search versus your competitor set across Google, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok. So if your campaign is running across those 3 or 4 channels and you're wanting to know in flight, is your share of search growing? It's a super useful tool to get that insight versus your competitor set aligned to your media strategy. Are you growing your share of search within those types of channels? And then off the back of that, practically speaking, you can make those iterations. Should we move our campaign away from Amazon? Should we invest more into Google? Should we even run a test and learn on TikTok if we see there's an opportunity there and some of our competitors are really building their share of search in that market?
Now let's hear from Elizabeth Rivas, e-commerce marketplace director at AlgaeCal.
So at AlgaeCal, we now have a dedicated group looking into AI tools and projects that can really generally improve how we work and bring real value to the business. One that we are using at the moment is like we are using AI to better leverage customer reviews. So like the voice of the customer is critical, especially if you want your PDPs to convert. But manually, it's just impossible to, go through your thousand of reviews and also your competitors, because it's very important to look also at the reviews of your competitors. So we use AI, to process and analyze those reviews across both our catalog and the competitors. And from then we can see like quickly different patterns. So like what customers love, what frustrates them, or maybe some gaps or opportunities that are in the market for us. So over the past 12 months, we went through like a full optimization of our product listings based on a couple of those insights. And actually our conversions, they improve anywhere between 15 and 74%, depending on the product. And a big part of that was because the content was now reflecting these insights that really matters for the audience. So for example, we created an image about how to take our product because it was something that actually customers were confused about it. And another tactic was also launching targeted conquesting campaigns with the AMC against like specific competitors' ASINs, really highlighting weaknesses that their products have that ours don't. So really trying to poach those customers to our brand. So it also helped our advertising initiative. It's honestly been like a game changer, really helping us speak the same language as our audience. We even pull small snippets from the reviews using the exact words of those customers on how they talk about our products. So really have this messaging that feels familiar and natural to them. So at the end, I think that AI doesn't replace strategy, but it really does give us like sharper insights on how to move faster and make smarter creative decisions.
Now let's hear from Danny Silverman, growth consultant at Silverstream Strategic Consulting.
I've been making a lot of use of the OG ChatGPT lately. The developments and advancements have just been mind-blowing. Really helpful as I've been building out my own consulting practice and creating more materials to help with things like wordsmithing and but also presentation creation. So here's what I need to talk about. Here's some base content, and it spits out your outline, your titles, your structure for each slide, and even recommendations for imagery. It saves a massive amount of time to get past that writer's block and just get started on populating the slides and improving them. On a I've been using detailpage.com quite a bit. In full disclosure, I've been working with them directly, but even if I wasn't, I've been absolutely blown away by the capability of the platform. On the content side, in terms of optimizing your content on the organic piece so that you can get a lot more traffic generated out of your organic search results and without having to spend as much on media. It always goes hand in hand, but having that really strong SEO is critical. But then also the market share capability, the way that the platform is built, the accuracy, the ease of it. It's the kind of stuff I would have killed for back in my Edge days when I was working on Edge and one-click retail data and things like that. So it's a really neat application of AI to make some old things that have been around for a long time work a lot more effectively and easily.
Now let's hear from Luiz Antunes Filho, National Account Manager E-commerce at Organica Health Products.
One example, we are using AI at the Amazon PPC dashboard to create videos we didn't use 1 year ago. And we have here in Canada around 200 SKUs. We cannot have videos for all products. So there are products that we just use the AI that's available inside the PPC dashboard, and we can have a sponsored brand video and with good results. So this is one way and we didn't use a year ago. We use through Acadia the Pacvue software. It has some cool AI tools. I would say we are testing right now, not fully, but there is a cool tool that we can set the ROAS or the CPA, cost for product acquisition, to a certain number, and the AI automatically works on the campaigns to reach that number. We need to be careful because ROAS, for example, if we use it with our main products that people search organic collagen, they might be that and increase our ROAS, and that's not what we want. But there are certain products that we are doing some tests with good results. We can improve the ROAS, improve the CPA. That's really cool.
Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Retail Media Breakfast Club. We meet here every day at 6 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to subscribe and get your daily dose of insights, trends, and hot takes in the world of retail media and marketplaces.